Looking at this guy's finish in standard leagues as the tight end 9 last year, it's pretty easy to make a case to avoid him in your 2022 fantasy football drafts. But I am here to tell you why this guy must be one of your top 2 tight ends. And realistically, I don't think it's crazy to put this guy overall as the tight end 1. I'm Dave Kluge with Footballguys, and I am here to make sure that you do not overlook this young stud in your fantasy football drafts in 2022. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube page. You can find that at youtube.com/footballguys. And in addition to all of these short videos that we're bringing you every single day, we also have full-length shows like The Audible that are going to be jam-packed with awesome information. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We know that touchdowns are very tough to predict and aren't especially sticky year over year. So I want to discuss this guy's opportunity and some of his production outside of the end zone. This man was first in yards per reception. He was second in air yard share. He was second in average depth of target. He was third in deep targets. He was third in receiving yards. He was third in yards per target. He was fourth in routes run, and he was seventh in yards after the catch. He also was 48th in touchdowns, the worst rate among all qualifying tight ends. And craziest yet, he did this as a rookie. By now, I'm sure you figured it out, know who I'm talking about, Kyle Pitts. Now, I ended by talking about that 48th overall in touchdown rate. He scored exactly 1 touchdown on 110 targets last year, which comes out to 0.009 targets per touchdown. When you look at the other 11 guys that finished as tight end 1s, they had 74 touchdowns on 1,098 targets, which comes out to 0.067 targets per touchdown, over 7 times higher of a rate than Kyle Pitts was able to score. Now, extrapolating that touchdown rate over Kyle Pitts' target total, he should have had 7.41 touchdowns last year if he was pacing with the rest of the tight end 1s. If we add those 7.41 touchdowns to Kyle Pitts' fantasy production from last season, he would have jumped from tight end 9 to tight end 3 overall behind only Mark Andrews and Travis Kelce. Did I mention he did this as a rookie? I did, but I want to hit home again by talking about this. This was the most receiving yards a rookie tight end has had since Mike Ditka's season in 1961. In modern history, since the NFL merger, this is the best rookie tight end we have ever seen, and he did it with a very subpar offense in Atlanta. So let's look at Marcus Mariota's historical use of tight ends. He should see an even bigger plate of opportunity next year. Looking at Delaney Walker's splits with and without Mariota, he was averaging almost 50% more usage and fantasy points per game with Mariota than he was with any other quarterback throughout his career. With Travis Kelce turning 33 this year, his age cliff is quickly approaching. As a matter of fact, no tight end in NFL history has ever eclipsed 1,000 yards at that age. Now, if anybody's going to break that mold, it's Travis Kelce, so I'm still okay with you ranking him as your overall tight end 1. Mark Andrews is going to see a drop in opportunity and usage with Lamar Jackson under center. If you look at his splits last year with Tyler Huntley compared to Lamar Jackson, he was seeing significantly more usage with Tyler Huntley. With Lamar back under center, he should spread it out a little bit more. He really prefers Hollywood Brown. And then you've also got Rashad Bateman, who is going to be coming off a full, healthy offseason, and he should be a bigger part of the offense as well. George Kittle obviously has some weekly volatility, and with Trey Lance taking over, it's going to be a little bit more of a run-first offense, which could really impact George Kittle's value. And then, of course, Darren Waller is now competing for targets with Devontae Adams in Las Vegas, which makes it really tough to think of him as a, bona fide stud tight end at this point. All of those factors make Pitts one of the safest tight ends to draft in fantasy, and he's almost assured to finish as a top 3 tight end this year. Like I said at the beginning, I don't think it's crazy to rank him as your overall tight end 1 in redraft in 2022. Let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/footballguys if you have not already for more content coming this entire offseason. Thanks for checking this out, and I will see you next week.